Good morning to you. It must be 5 a.m. because it's time for another Hardison's. I'm your host, Barrington Hardison, and welcome for being here on this beautiful Wednesday of December 23rd of 2020. I'm going to get right into it, but what we do is try to give tips to our fellow brothers and sisters, whether they're in major account, key account, up and down the street, retail, in home sales, and automotive sales. So, some of you are still working. Some of you, like the major account, key accounts, you probably shut down for the year, but some of us are still grinding it out. So, today, quickly, I want to talk about the invaluable sales tips that you need to be a door to door salesman. Now, over my life, I was very fortunate of being a door to door salesman, and we're going to continue it from the previous video. So don't try to convince. If someone lets you in your home because you're going door to door, don't try to convince them. Still stick with your process once you get in their home. This seems counterintuitive, but it's essential. Here's what I mean. If you go into sales thinking that you need to make people buy, you failed. I'll say it again. If you go into a sales situation thinking that the customer to let me in their house, so they're going to buy, further from the people, further from the truth. People see what you're doing, they don't trust you. Not yet. You haven't earned that right. But don't believe what you're telling them is going to be on the fence. Instead, once you get to the home, get to know the people. We do this in all of our sales. We don't interrogate. We try to be a conversationalist, gaining information because they're going to purchase. It's from who? So we need to find out that we're there for them. Always remember, buyers don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And how do we do that? This part, when we have this conversation about the pains they're currently having, about the struggles, and what would your product do for them to alleviate that. That's what you do once you get in someone's home. Don't go into a demonstration. Have a conversation about their needs, wants, and desires first. Also, if you're an entrepreneur out there trying to improve sales this holiday season, the things that are out there still are good. Some of you can just hit the street, some of you can work from a fixed building outside, but whatever it is, think about this. I, over the years, learned to tell from really the basketball hoop, the ages of children, so I could tailor my pitch for parents or tailor it down for the high school or middle schoolers. You have to know how to be a good entrepreneur and read people. If you've never heard of the book before, Neuro Linguistic Programming, NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming, please go check it out. Also, be graceful about your next step in someone's house. We don't want to leave everything there. If they say no, you still got to present another one. Make sure you get everything with you. So if they do say no, be graceful and just leave. Remember, what is it that you want to think about most? Because people are going to tell you they want to think about it so you can get out the house. Potential buyers respond well to curious people. I also asked early in the conversation whether the person that you were speaking with would generate more income for you if the spouse is also in the home at the same time. And naturally, if you have both decision makers there, it's easier for you to move forward. I would not take a door to door unless both parties were there. And sometimes there would be a husband and wife, and there may be a grandparent in the home. Make sure that you get an ally and input from all of them. This also can adapt to some parts of phone calling, and we'll get to that on the next video. Once again, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies, with our ongoing series on Hardison's tips. Hope you got something out of it. I know it's time for many of you to hit the road, so have an outstanding day. If you happen to shut it down already for the year, enjoy your time, but still take some time out of the day to get prepared for January or the first quarter of January, February, March of 2021. Once again, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies. As always, in parting, you go out and you make it a champion.